Welcome to JD's Prep. So in this experiment, researchers in the tropics have conducted experiments to see if this spray, kaolin, can be used to control the greenhouse whitefly, which is a pest of the region's bean crops. Okay, we have a table that's highlighting 4 different groups, the treatments that they were given, and the percentage of whiteflies killed. Our first question asks us one likely effect of the whiteflies on the bean plants in control group, group 1. So the group 1 has no insecticide or other substance applied to the plant. It is our control group. The most likely effect is that because it has no protection from an insecticide or kaolin, it's probably just going to be affected to a greater extent by the whitefly. Eaten, more of those beans will be eaten. All right, next question is asking us about group 3 versus group 2. Group 2 is a chemical insecticide. Group 3 is the spray, 2.5% concentration. And it's asking about the effectiveness and whether 3 might be an acceptable alternative to 2. Let's look at the results. Okay, for the insecticide, we have 90% of whiteflies killed. For the spray, 2.5% spray, we have 80% of whiteflies killed. So you can go either way with your answer here. If you say yes, it is an acceptable alternative control. There's data to back that up because number 3 is still 80% effective. Okay, 80% of the whiteflies were killed. That's pretty comparable to 90%. It still kills the majority of the whiteflies. Not quite as effective, but it's close enough and definitely a good alternative. All right, you could also say no and probably back that up with data effectively, because 80% is not the same as 90%. Therefore, the chemical insecticide is more effective at controlling whiteflies and therefore is kind of the preferable option. With a question like this, make sure that you are backing up whatever you say with the data in the table. They really want to see those numbers. All right, next question. Looking at results of group 3 and 4. Which treatment, so it's 2.5 versus 5%, is best for bean plants grown in areas where low rainfall is a common occurrence? So this note down here is what we're going to need to look at. Okay, in group 4, the plants lost 40% less water and showed a 45% increase in chlorophyll content in the leaves. So the higher concentration of the spray does help alleviate water loss. That is ideal for an area where low rainfall is a common occurrence. So that stronger spray means less water loss, so it would protect plants from drought conditions. And lastly, why are the scientists interested in reducing whitefly populations? Okay, the greenhouse whitefly is a significant pest of the region's bean crops. All right, so if it's a pest for crops, it means that it damages the crops, it'll damage the plants, it will decrease yields, and ultimately result in loss of money. And those would all be reasons that scientists would be interested in combating that pest. All right, thanks for using JD's Prep.